Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're jumping into a topic that's really central for any school, student progress tracking.
It really is. It's fundamental.
And if you're running a school, especially maybe a smaller private one, or perhaps you've recently founded a K-12 program, you probably know this whole process can feel, well, a bit disjointed sometimes.
Oh, definitely. We've seen that a lot.
Yeah, relying on different spreadsheets, maybe some old software. It often leads to wasted time, errors creeping in, and just not having a clear view of how students are really doing.
Exactly.
So our mission today is to kind of dig into those common frustrations, but more importantly, we want to explore how a more unified approach, a thoughtful one, can genuinely change things for the better. We're talking about boosting student success and parent engagement too.
That's right. And speaking from our work, building DreamClass, we've seen firsthand the huge impact that effective tracking has. It's so much more than just collecting grades.
Mm-hmm.
It's really about making sure every student gets the help they need when they need it. It's about building stronger connections with parents. Ultimately, it helps create a school environment where students can, truly thrive.
Okay, so let's unpack that a bit. What exactly is student progress tracking when we talk about it?
Well, at its core, it's that continuous process, right?
Yeah.
Collecting information on how students are doing, analyzing it, figuring out what it means.
So performance data, growth data.
Exactly. But we've learned it's got to be more than just a static snapshot. It's about building this dynamic picture of each student's journey.
Right, a living profile almost.
Precisely. So educators can actually understand individual needs, where students are headed, what support they might need next.
What's fascinating, I know this was a big driver for us when we were developing DreamClass, is just how critical this whole process is for, real learning to happen.
Absolutely critical. When schools nail this, when tracking is effective, educators can spot those learning gaps super early.
Like before it becomes a major problem.
Exactly. Sometimes even before the student themselves realizes they're starting to fall behind. And that early warning allows for truly personalized instruction.
Tailoring things to what that specific student needs.
Right. It also helps create this shared sense of responsibility for the students, yes, but also for parents and the whole school community.
Everyone's kind of invested.
Yes. We've definitely seen that a good progress monitoring system leads directly to better student outcomes, sure, but also much stronger family engagement. It creates this really powerful feedback loop.
Okay, so we know it's important, but here's where, it gets really interesting because despite knowing that, so many schools still face significant hurdles.
The reality on the ground.
We hear so many stories, right? Administrators, teachers, they're often juggling disconnected spreadsheets, maybe clunky shared drives, or some really outdated gradebook software.
Still very common.
And this fragmented approach, it isn't just inefficient, is it? It's a major source of frustration. And honestly, it can be a real barrier to providing the best education possible.
Absolutely. The challenges we saw again and again when we started designing DreamClass were, well, strikingly common across different types of schools.
Like what specifically?
Well, first, there's the big one, disconnected systems. Picture this. Attendance is in one place, maybe a spreadsheet. Grades are in the school's gradebook software, if they have one. Student contact info, that might be in a totally separate database.
And maybe behavioral notes are scribbled in a logbook somewhere.
Exactly. So managing all these different platforms or documents, it dramatically increases the chance of errors. Data needs to be copied, maybe re-entered.
Which takes time and invites mistakes.
Huge mistakes sometimes.
Yeah.
And it just creates this massive, unnecessary workload for staff who are already incredibly busy.
Right. And that ties into the next point, doesn't it? The burden of manual workflows.
Oh, absolutely. Think about the hours teachers and admin staff spend just entering grades by hand, calculating averages, maybe even with a calculator.
Or generating reports one by one before parent-teacher nights.
Yes. All that consumes so much valuable time. Hours and hours that could be spent, actually planning lessons, giving students individual support, or even just collaborating with colleagues.
Time for teaching, essentially.
Time for teaching. And the direct consequence of all this fragmentation and manual work, often it's a real lack of transparency.
Meaning parents and students are kind of in the dark.
Pretty much. They often don't get timely, consistent updates on how things are going. So they might not know about a struggle until it's quite advanced, or they might miss celebrating successes as they happen.
We've heard stories, haven't we? Parents getting a progress report in the mail weeks late.
Weeks late, only to find out their child needed help a month ago. It's just not effective.
And that, of course, leads straight into those communication gaps. When there are delays in letting families know about progress or lack thereof, whether it's a dip in grades or maybe an area needing focus,
Yeah.
it can really damage trust, can it?
It really can. It reduces engagement over time. Parents want to be partners, but they can't be if they don't have the information.
So, addressing these issues isn't just about making things run smoother.
Not at all.
It's crucial for catching students before they fall too far behind, for providing that personalized support everyone deserves. It's about building a proactive system, not just reacting after the fact.
Spot on.
And facing these challenges head on was exactly why we felt, we had to build DreamClass.
Yeah.
We asked ourselves, okay, what if we could create one system, a truly comprehensive school information system, an SIS, that brings all of this progress tracking stuff together?
One seamless platform.
The goal was really to get rid of that need to constantly jump between different tools or fight with clunky old systems.
Freeing schools up to focus on the students, that was the vision. And that vision really shaped every feature we designed in DreamClass. We looked at those common pain points and built solutions specifically for them.
Okay, so let's talk features. How does DreamClass tackle those issues?
All right, so remember the problem of manual, inflexible systems. To fix that, we built customizable gradebooks.
Meaning schools can set them up exactly how they need.
Precisely. They can align the gradebooks perfectly with their specific grading policies. They can use weighted grades, advanced formulas if they need them, even set up smart folders to keep everything organized their way.
So less manual math for teachers.
Way less manual math and much more accuracy. Then, to boost that vital transparency, we integrated real-time access.
So parents and students can see grades whenever.
Anytime, anywhere they have internet. Live grades, progress reports, it's all there. No more waiting weeks for a report card.
That must make a huge difference.
Everyone stays informed, and it fosters that sense of shared ownership we talked about.
Okay, what about the communication gaps? The delays in notifications?
Address that with automated notifications. The system can send instant alerts to parents, to students when new grades are posted, or maybe when a big assignment deadline is coming up.
So it happens automatically. No extra emails for the teacher to send.
Zero extra effort from staff. It's seamless and immediate, keeping everyone in the loop.
Nice. And the disconnected data problem, grades here, assignments there.
That's where integrated assessments and assignments come in. You can link assignments, quizzes, projects, whatever, directly to the gradebook.
So when a teacher grades something,
that information flows straight into the student's overall progress profile, automatically. It creates a complete unified picture, all in one system.
And reporting, that can be such a time sink for administrators.
Huge time sink. So we introduced AI-assisted reporting. It allows schools to quickly generate detailed report cards, transcripts, even with personalized comments or insights suggested by the AI.
Wow, so turning hours of work into
minutes, potentially. It streamlines what used to be a very laborious, often error-prone process.
That's impressive. And you mentioned ease of use earlier. What about schools without a big IT team?
That was critical for us. We knew many schools, especially smaller ones, don't have dedicated IT support. So DreamClass was built with a really intuitive interface.
Meaning teachers and admin can just pick it up?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
No specialized IT skills needed to set it up or manage it day to day. The design is clean, logical, it makes onboarding fast and adoption easy for everyone, regardless of their tech comfort level.
It sounds like it's genuinely built for educators.
That was always the goal. When you put all these features together, the impact is really significant. We consistently see schools reduce that administrative burden.
Freeing up time.
Exactly. More time for teaching. And at the same time, accuracy goes up. Communication gets way better. It allows staff to focus their energy where it counts on the students.
So if we connect that to the bigger picture, the advantages for a school using DreamClass seem pretty clear.
Yeah, they're quite tangible. First off, you immediately start to save time.
Through the automation.
Right. Automated grade calculations, smoother data entry, faster reporting. It all adds up to hours saved every week for teachers and admin.
Time they can reinvest in the classroom.
Absolutely. Second, you see a big improvement in communication. That live gradebook access, the automatic alerts, it really deepens engagement from both students and parents.
Families feel more connected, more informed.
Which builds stronger partnerships. Third, and this is crucial, it helps enable data-driven instruction.
How so?
Well, educators can easily spot trends. They can see where individuals or groups are struggling, identify specific learning gaps much faster.
So they can target their support better.
Exactly. It allows for much more precise and timely interventions. It helps teachers understand the why behind a struggle, not just the what.
And finally,
By providing that consistent, transparent view of progress, you naturally build trust with families.
because they see what's happening in real time.
Yes, they appreciate that clarity and timeliness. It strengthens the whole homeschool relationship. We hear from school leaders all the time how this shift to transparency changes the dynamic.
Yeah.
It moves from sort of guarding information to sharing it collaboratively.
And the ultimate benefit, the thing we really get excited about at DreamClass, is empowering educators to focus on what truly matters: student success. We actually heard this directly from Joel B., who's an operations manager in education management. He shared that their overall experience with DreamClass is, and I'm quoting here, very positive.
That's great to hear.
Yeah, and he specifically mentioned that the ability to track students and use the scheduling features is far better and more efficient than the methods they were using before.
That's exactly the kind of feedback we aim for, that transformation.
Now, I know for some schools listening, the idea of switching systems, implementing something new, can feel, well, a bit overwhelming.
Understandably, change can be daunting.
We totally get that. And that's why with DreamClass, we've put a huge emphasis on making that transition, the onboarding, as smooth and as supportive as possible.
It's a partnership, not just a product handover.
Exactly. We offer quick onboarding. There's guided setup. We have templates ready to go, whether you're a brand new school just starting out or an established one making a switch.
So you're not starting from scratch.
Not at all. And you're not alone either. We provide dedicated expert support. Our team is there to help ensure you get up and running smoothly, answer questions, troubleshoot any issues.
Right. And what about schools with lots of existing data? Report cards, transcripts from previous years.
Good question. We facilitate seamless migration. You can typically import existing student data, grades, and so on from standard formats like XLS files.
Ah, so you can bring your history with you.
Yes. It helps jumpstart the process so you're not losing that valuable context. And just to reiterate, for schools maybe feeling a bit tech shy, DreamClass is absolutely suitable even if you don't have IT experts on staff.
Because of the intuitive design.
That plus the guided onboarding and the ongoing support we provide. And yes, those secure portals are key. Students and guardians each get their own login to view current grades and performance summaries. It keeps that transparency going strong.
Makes sense.
So really, there you have it. DreamClass is designed to take what's often a burdensome, fragmented task-tracking student progress and turn it into something streamlined, transparent, and genuinely empowering.
For everyone involved, admins, teachers, students, parents.
Exactly. It's about replacing those frustrations with a solid foundation for growth, for communication, and ultimately, for better learning outcomes.
You know, this whole conversation raises, I think, an important question for you, our listener, to maybe ponder.
Okay.
How might streamlining the logistics of education, things like efficient, unified progress, tracking, how might that free up even more time and, just as importantly, creative energy for the art of teaching? Imagine the possibilities if educators could spend less time wrestling with paperwork and data entry, and more time inspiring curiosity, fostering critical thinking, connecting with students. How could that transform not just how we monitor progress, but the entire learning experience for every single student?